Where y'all want to start? Which?
Let's go ahead and get this Bama out the way.
Okay. We'll start with the Bama LSU. Now,
Yeah.
we all picked Bama. We all had scores that was the way off.
Let's be honest. We all picked them to win easily.
We did, and we was way off. And I tried to tell y'all that Daniels had been balling.
I don't even think of that.
No, wait. See, y'all gotta get a man something.
No. Look. I'm not gonna do Daniels way everybody doing Tua. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give him his credit. He played well.
Listen, so I was more surprised how well LSU played. Well, I ain't gonna say how well they played defensively because they've been playing okay defensively, but just how much they were able to keep Bryce Young and them in check in that first half.
Well, that's what I want to get to because I think a lot of that has to do with Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that team, they have a coordinator issue. Like we know that there's on both sides of the ball. Like that's, and even like the former players are talking about it. Like they have an issue with those coordinators. They're not getting it done, bro. Like that's not. When the last time you seen Bryce Young go 3 and out 3 times in a row like that? I don't care. They didn't do that last year against Georgia defense. So
true.
And we know that that's one of the best defenses of all time. Mm-hmm. So there's no way you can sit here and tell me that Bryce Young, the LSU defense was just that good that they just stifled Bryce Young and he just couldn't do nothing. And nah, bro, like that team has a issue internally, and I personally think that issue starts with the coordinator. Well, it starts with Saban because he's the head of the snake, but I think the real issue is the coordinators.
Like just think about it like this, right? Look at that the 2014 team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I heard somebody compare this team to that team.
The 14 Bama team.
Yeah, with Blake.
Blake Sims.
Yeah, Blake Sims, the QB.
Blake Sims, Amari Cooper.
So look at that play calling and that talent on that team, because that offense had Amari Cooper and it had a freshman, Derrick Henry, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look how explosive that offense was.
Who was that other receiver? That wasn't
on that team. That was
wasn't the other receiver?
Marcus Mays.
Marquise, no, they had left already by 14. That was Jones, 22. Jones was on that team.
Christian Jones.
Yeah, he
kick return guy. He used to play with the Patriots, right?
Yeah, he was on that team. But it was basically those two players, and it was a baby, Derrick Henry, and Amari Cooper. And you see how explosive that offense was. Because King Drake was on that team as a freshman too.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at this team, and they have better athletes. I feel like even though the receivers haven't been dynamic, I feel like they're better than what they had then. But the biggest difference is, like Kevin said, the coordinators. So when was the last time you seen Alabama have 2 consecutive drives that flowed? They'll have one good drive where they'll go straight down the field, score a touchdown. Like that first drive of the game, when Bryce made that little mistake, which he's gonna make every once in a while. But they had got all the way into the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
The next 3 drives was like terrible.
3 and out.
Yeah.
So there's no flow. And when you got, and Kevin, the scheming, man, it's so frustrating to watch because you know the players out there. I do, especially because I follow recruiting like that. And these aren't terrible players, but the positions they're being put in on both sides of the ball making them look terrible.
Yep.
Like it's on the defensive side. I saw one playback where LSU had 3 wide receivers, and a tight end, and Bama had 8 guys in the box at the snap. So these guys already start off at a disadvantage because at the snap they had to turn around full speed and run because they was lined up in the box. Now, who does that call come from?
Tell you, man, they got a coordinator issue.
This should be one of the better defenses they've had if you put them in the right position to succeed. So I just like that game was frustrating because LSU has been playing better and better, but they should
have got their ass whooped.
Yeah, they should have been still on the field with Bama, man. Come on.
I mean, now and up front, I think that Bama defense, they played pretty good up front. They stifled stuff. They got in there and did what they were supposed to do. Because I didn't see it live. I had to go back and watch it. But I don't know, man.
I'm gonna tell you another reason why it's coordinated, especially on the defensive side. And I heard somebody else say this. So when Kirby was here and when Pruitt was here as defense coordinator, and I'm talking about the very last play of that game in a 2-point conversion, when Malachi Moore had to sprint off the field to get off. Kevin, you remember how Pruitt and Kirby used to do? They used to have at least 13 to 14 guys standing right there on defense. They saw what the other team was playing out, and then the other guys would come out and they'd be out there and they sit with the guys that need to be out there, right? It wasn't no late running on, late running off. It was the right guy that was supposed to be on the field for that play. And it was like that for every time. Bama never ran guys on and off like that when it was up.
Yeah. That was back to back too, because they had 12 men on the field when homeboy scored.
I'll tell you another thing, and I think is the difference. And it's not completely, but I heard Tim Williams say this on Twitter, that basically what's the difference between Bama from years ago and Georgia now?
I saw that.
Scott Cochran.
I saw that.
Like that's the heart and soul, and all of this turnover that you having might be starting to affect the team because now Scott Cochran, the strength and conditioning coach, he ain't there no more. Now they have won since he's up. But
yeah, that team that was all world.
That team was stacked, but at the same time, the Devontae Smith team. But at the same time, Scott Cochran is the heart and soul, or was the heart and soul of that team because he started from the beginning. And now you've seen that energy move over to Georgia.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say even when he got hired. When he got hired, I heard a lot of people say he was
swagger. The Georgia swagger right now looks like what Alabama used to look like.
Yeah. But like I say, when he got hired, I heard a lot of people say, I mean, you text me. You was like, oh, they about to win. They got Scott Cochran. But I heard like a lot of people say.
Because people think he's just a fool over there yelling, but nah, that dude, he brings that energy, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a lot of stuff I saw. They just look different. Now, I'm going to give LSU that credit because they did play it. They played a hell of a game, though. You know what I'm saying? They played a hell of a game. Daniels ran the ball when he needed to run the ball. Now, and people going to make plays. Mason Taylor, that one play he made, not even the 2-point conversion, but the touchdown. That was a hell of a play. Yeah. It's a lot of mistakes happening with Bama that you just ain't accustomed to seeing happen, right? Like you're not accustomed to see them get this many penalties. What they have 12 Saturday night?
9, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you think about like you just said, Quinn, the 12 men on the touchdown. It was 12 men on the field. And then on the 2-point conversion, he ended up getting off late. And the only reason I think they ain't snapped the ball is because I think they knew what they wanted to do, and they ain't want to mess nothing up. They're like, bump that. We don't want to reset anything. Plus, now it's confusion, right? Once he ran off, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the reason they didn't even snap the ball. They like, hey, we're going to keep everything intact like we got it. But I don't know, man. It's just a lot of they look different. They look different.
They
You
look
know,
different, but is the dynasty over?
you're gonna have to show me.
You know what, Kevin? I'm gonna answer it like this. Because next game Alabama probably play will be the Orange Bowl maybe, or the Capital One Bowl.
They got Ole Miss.
I'm talking about at the end of the season.
Okay.
That'll be their last game of the season, right?
Oh, you said last game. I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you. My
Their
bad.
last game of the season. Well, I'm not even gonna go there because I don't think Saban's gonna fire anybody before National Signing Day. You know what I mean? Yeah. If after National Signing Day, Alabama doesn't have, at a minimum, 3 new coaches, 2 new coordinators, then I'm gonna have that conversation because we need a 2015 type of change. We need a Lane Kiffin type of hire on both sides of the ball because you have to play a different defense now with the offenses out there, and we have to go back. You can't get Sark because Sark is an amazing play call, and because if you look at the flow that game that Bama used to play with, the only thing that used to stop their offense is a turnover maybe, and it was a fluky turnover at that. If not, if it weren't for no turnover, they going up and down the field, and that was with Kiffin too. And Kiffin loved to run the ball. Bama is number 3 in yards per carry at 5.91 yards per carry. They're number 88 in attempts per game.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think we about on the same page, Q. And my answer is a hard no. And here's the reason why. For one, they're still recruiting. Players are still coming. Still number 1 in recruiting right now. So the talent is still going to be there. For 2, I trust in Nick Saban, right? Now the trust level it went down a tier because of what happened the last couple of years, but I still trust Nick Saban, right? I think you got to move on from these coordinators. You have to. For one, Bill O'Brien probably gonna end up getting a head coaching job somewhere for whatever reason. I have no idea why.
He's going to Auburn.
Yeah, man, Mike. I will give my whole check to the church if he go to Auburn. I wouldn't deserve a blessing like that.
But check this out, Q. This is what for now. I'm looking into my crystal ball right now, and I'm gonna say Cliff Kingsbury gonna be the new offensive coordinator at Alabama.
Where's Joe Brady at right now?
He in Carolina, ain't he?
No, he got fired from there. Remember?
Okay. I don't know where he is.
I don't have no sources. No, nothing.
Kevin, I run outside of my backyard butt naked if
what I tell you.
Hey,
because I think he's gonna get fired from Arizona too.
I know he gonna get fired.
Yeah, he probably out of there.
It's over with.
Don't send that video, Q. when we run that backyard.
No, we gonna leave off the show with that.
But nah, whoever it is. I'm just making up shit when I say that.
Kevin, you know who I wish we could get for the defensive side, but it can't happen.
Who that?
I wish Pruitt could come back.
Pruitt?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Pruitt was nice when he came to UGA. He bad. That defense was good when he came to UGA.
We could go get Muschamp. I mean,
he got a job. He got a job.
He don't need that job.
He don't need that job, Mike.
He got a job.
He need a promotion, Mike.
He just got one.
He need He need a title promotion.
A bigger one.
Yeah, he need a title promotion, Mike.
He just fine, brother.
No, Mike. No, Mike. Hey. Mike, what's his title, Mike? What's his title?
He do a little everything.
Well, no.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
No, what is his title, Mike?
He is the defensive coordinator.
What's his title, Mike?
/ special teams.
What? Okay, I think he needs a defensive coordinator / associate head coach title. Is what I think he needs.
He feels at home. He coaching with his teammate.
He can feel at home with Papa too.
He coaching with his teammate. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
No,
I don't think it's over because I think Saban gonna make the necessary adjustments and the players are still there. So I don't think it's over.
I think that it's definitely been a decline. I've never seen them look like this on the road. Consistently look like this on the road. That running statistic Q you just said is mind boggling to me.
Yeah.
Because
how many attempts per game you think Gibbs has on the ground?
I would say 12
per game.
12 or less.
It's 12 and a half.
Yeah.
So that would not be shocking to me if it were like a backfield like Ole Miss or UGA or Ohio State or like the old Bama, right? Where we got McIntosh, you got Dejon Elvis, you got Milton, you got Branson Robinson, you got at Ole Miss, you got Judkins and Zach Evans. You know, you have at Ohio State Henderson and what's the other kid? I can't remember his name, but you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be shocking, but it's not like the backfield just loaded like that, which is another concern of mine. If certain programs, if they can't do nothing, they're gonna always be able. They known for stuff, right? Bama, you're gonna be able to run the football. Georgia gonna be able to run the football. LSU, you're gonna be able to run the football. You know what I'm saying? There's certain programs that they can. Michigan gonna be able to run the football. You know what I'm saying? Wisconsin, like certain schools, you know what I'm saying? Certain programs, they're gonna be able to run the football. So that's like concerning to me as far as with them. That
he should get at least 25 touches a game, 18 rushes, 7-8 passes per game. Well, I think he should begin in this because I don't really think they've missed on running back. I really don't. I just with the offense they running right now.
They just not running the football though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like they're not running the football. Like even when Devontae and Waddle and all those guys was there, they still ran the football.
Najee had what 1,700 yards that season.
He was up another Heisman hopeful
and 23 touchdowns that season.
Come on, man.
Even with a Heisman Trophy wide receiver, he had those stats.
And he was actually a Heisman hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
What was the Florida game where he had 5 touchdowns? Just went absolutely bananas. That's what I'm saying though, right?
Let me give you another stat, Mike. If I told you that Georgia was averaging 34 carries for 202 yards per season per game, would you be happy with that?
34
carries for 202 yards per game. Would you be happy about that?
For 202 yards. Yeah, that's pretty good.
As a team, you'd be happy with that, right?
Yeah.
That's what Alabama's at.
34 carries.
For 202 yards per game rushing. That's their average per game this season.
That ain't bad, though.
It's not. But if you're getting it like you're getting it in the erratic way that they're getting it,
gotcha.
Then it's not even really helping them. You know what I mean?
So,
think about how much of that is coming from Bryce having to scramble so much.
Oh, you talking about in totality? Okay, I'm with you now.
That's team rushing. That's not running back. That's team rushing.
Yeah, so, I'm with you.
That includes his scrambling numbers too.
So and also when your running back is the leading receiver,
exactly.
It's just weird.
Because
for a minute, Kitty McIntosh was the leading receiver on Georgia, but you saw Brock getting plays, big old, Darnell Washington, Ladd, you know what I mean? And we know a lot of that too. A.D. Mitchell went down, Aaron Smith wasn't back. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know, man. It's just they look different.
It looks off.
Like I say now, with that, you're going to have to show me, though, right? So now I will say, I won't be so quick to say it's a wrap, but I will say it's definitely got people's eyes open, right? So I'm going to tell you something Greg McElroy said that did make me kind of go, right? Like, and you can look at this from various angles too, though, because he said he was talking about the portal, right? And this ain't no disrespect to nobody, but he was talking about the portal. And he was like, it's one thing to get Gibbs from Georgia Tech, and I think it was an O-lineman from Vandy.
Yeah.
But he was like, it's another thing to get kids from a program like Georgia and LSU. I guess he was referring, of course, he was referring to Burton and Ricks.
Yeah.
But, because he didn't say no names, but I know what he was talking about. But he said, so what he was saying was to get players from a program like Georgia or LSU, he said it's a reason why they were available.
True.
From that type of program. You get what I'm saying?
When you're in that type of program and you're that player, then no matter how much playing time you get, it shouldn't matter, because Bama used to have those players too. That like, what you say, Kevin?
That's like a case by case basis.
It is,
because I keep going back to Jameson Williams.
Yeah, but with Jameson Williams too, look at what like they had. It's still kind of the same thing though, right? Because they were willing to say, we think Garrett Wilson and Olave are better than you, right? That's just an embarrassment of riches at that point.
Yeah.
But think about what I'm saying. Burton left, and all I heard for the first however many weeks after A.D. Mitchell got hurt is Georgia had no explosion. So you mean to tell me if all they had was A.D. Mitchell and you're a top flight receiver, Stetson Bennett he can't be that bad to where you saying, and I get it, Bryce Young is Bryce Young, but my thing is, if I'm that good, Stetson Bennett more than serviceable to get me the football. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying, I don't know why he left or what, and I don't criticize none of them kids for leaving because you do what's best for you and that's your life. But I'm saying to his point, he's saying like, it's a reason. They won the national championship. And offensively, they brought back more players than they did defensively. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? And then to his point is, how much of an impact has he made on this offense?
About the impact that I expected, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
So, but if you look at Jameson Williams, it was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at the impact he made. Or you take like Alvin Kamara years ago. It was just a come on, bro. It's 4-5 running backs in front. But I'm saying, but if you look at those two cases, right? Yeah. If you look at it, really and truly, if Jermaine Burton was at UGA right now, it's not like they would be scoring 56 points a game.
I think sometimes even Nick get caught up into the hype and the names and all of that.
No, but do you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if I say, so say like we coaching a basketball team, and I say, yo man, Kevin Q, we got a squad though. We got our team, and I'm like, nah, but man, listen, this kid was raising hell over here. What you call it? And he went to Sierra Canyon, and he this and this and this, and y'all
yeah,
like,
I get what you're saying.
But we good, yeah. But I'm focused on the name and stuff like that. So, but I get what he meant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a reason though.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it is. I think. You know what I mean? Like, it's
no. I'm saying in that particular one, because I'm with you, Kevin.
In that situation, there is a reason. Same reason that Jai Hall is still doing the same thing it takes. I feel what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
In that specific situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think like, because at the end of the day, Alabama would have been better off developing them young guys and let them get them reps than having Jermaine Burton, because even when he was at Georgia, I never thought he was a world beater. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like he's a guy. to me. You know what I mean?
So that's my thing about when we was talking about the portal, right? At a program as established, as dominant, as everything, whatever superlative we could give Alabama, I'd rather get, like Kevin said, I'm taking Brooks, I'm taking Holt, I'm taking all these guys, and I'm making y'all guys Bama guys. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do, because with a program such as that, that's just how it's supposed to be. You ain't supposed to have to be going over here talking about, oh, look at what Missouri don't want said player and whoever don't. No, bro, guess what, bro? We Bama, bro. We gonna do what we do with what we got. Now, if you need somebody, like you say, case by case basis, you understand what I'm saying? I get it, but I'm talking about as far as going over there. Nah, dog, them receivers, man, them boys good, man. I don't care. They might not be now. Yeah,
It's young.
Yeah, and it looked different because, bruh, Devontae Smith different. Sorry.
Well, they're young and not being used properly, put in the right situations.
But see, a lot of people keep talking about them other set of receivers. Bro, you might not see another D. Smith for the next 7 years.
You might not see another group of receivers put together like that.
Yes.
Like Ohio State.
The dude won a Heisman as a receiver.
This is what I'm saying to you. People keep talking about them, dog. You might not see another one of them for another 8, 9, 10 years.
Right.
In college football, period.
That man, one of the most accomplished receivers in college football history.
Okay, then.
And then at the same time, like it's an overreaction. Like, you know how the world is today. Like, we overreact on
to everything.
Because this is not the first time Alabama lost 2 regular season games. It happened 3 years ago, to be honest with you.
Hold on. By a combined 4 points.
Right. So as bad as men Quinn and talking about the coordinators and all this and that, they lost 2 games by a combined 4 points.
4 points.
They could be 9-0 right now.
So,
but
at
Kevin,
the end of the day,
I'm gonna come back that though, Kevin. They could also have 4 losses right now because they
but that's every year though. In the national championship years, they had games against LSU where they won 9-6, and games against Tennessee where they won on a blocked field goal. So I mean that stuff happens.
Yeah, because we could be sitting here talking about Georgia and Missouri.
That's what I'm saying. Good teams win close games. So we can do that. But like I said, there's been years where they had to play Michigan State in the Capital One Bowl, 2010, whenever it was. Yeah, Julio and them last year.
Yeah.
And then I think they
played Utah one year.
14.
13 when the kicks.
They played Utah in 08, I think.
That was 09, 08, 09, something.
Oklahoma
like
in 13 after the kick 6.
Yeah, and who was that? Played in the Citrus Bowl. The year Tua got hurt, and
Michigan.
That was
Michigan.
Yeah, 18.
That's what I'm saying. That was 19. The year
Jared Judy went crazy.
The year before Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle took over, pretty much. The Mac Jones year, before the Mike Jones year. But I mean, it's happened. Like, this is not the first time. And then they only went back to back 1 year. So I mean, they're 2 years removed from
11-12,
a championship.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta show me. But now I think what for me is just the uncharacteristic stuff. Right. It's like like when
that happened in those years too, though. Not to this degree, but there was situations where they were undisciplined. They was getting turnovers and penalties.
Yeah, but this right here bad, Kevin.
It is. But like I said, I think
this shit. But see, and it's like it's repetitive. Like they keep doing the same stuff.
And at this point, if I'm nigga, I just let it go. I ain't worried about you. I'm worried about next year's team. That's probably what's happening. And the reason why they keep doing the same stuff, because they know he can't fix it. Because if he could, he would have fixed it by now.
But see, it keep. But now, like they've been playing bad on the road for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's the stuff that The rest of like the players gonna be there. They gonna come. They get the
Yeah.
guys. Whatever, right? It's enough talent to go around all these programs. But what I'm talking about just the detail stuff,
Yeah.
right? I'm talking about the detail stuff that is the reasons why they losing, really. Because it ain't no. And I'm gonna keep saying this because I'm with y'all, and I ain't, that ain't my team. But man, I give Ja'Cory Brooks the damn football. Nah, this is crazy to me.
I mean, they tried last game. I give them that. That's the first time where they put him out there and Bryce was going to him.
Okay, so we can go into that. We can go. No, Quinn. Go into what you say about the Bryce thing because I saw some. Okay, go ahead.
So I heard this say that the reason Bryce is struggling right now is because he doesn't trust that his receivers are going to be where they're supposed to be to deliver the ball there.
I heard that, Q. My thing to that is I don't believe that because for one, he's so damn good. I think that I don't believe that. I don't believe that he don't trust dang on. Bro, we saw him throwing pinpoint passes in the natty to dudes who haven't played all season. I just don't.
Dropping, though.
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with him. Like
it's just the overall team vibe, man. Like that's
yeah, man. And now I'm gonna tell you why I think he's struggling more than anything is that offensive line is just he get hit way too much. He have to make magic way too much. I like seeing the magic now. Don't get me wrong, but it's if I was his coach or if I was y'all, I wouldn't want him to have to create so much magic.
But you know what, Mike? I think that's part of the problem too, because he probably goes into each play thinking, once this pressure hits me, what am I going to do? Instead of worrying about letting the play for him, because he 9 times out of 10 he's not going to have that time. Which may be why the receivers can't get open is because
it could be a conglomerate of it all.
Yeah, they can't finish their routes because they don't.
Okay,
the quarterback doesn't have time for them to finish their routes.
I did that.
Man, anyway, I'm tired of talking about these boys. Let's move on.
Well, I mean, hey, it's hey, man. And hey, look, hold on.
Let me get you a transition, Mike.
Wait, no, hold on. We got to man up. We got to give Brian Kelly some props, man. But we never said he couldn't coach. Yeah. We just thought he didn't fit in. We always said we thought he was a good football coach. He's a good football coach, but we got to give him that credit now.
Nick threw him a bone. I'll give it to him. He threw him a bone.
See, that's backhanded compliment.
He did throw him a bone. Mike, what's wrong with that? That's true.
They won.
They did. They did what they supposed to do. You do what you're supposed to do when the team ain't doing what they
Nick threw the bone and he caught it. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Look at y'all.
Nick threw the bone and he caught it.
Y'all ain't right. Well, Brian, LSU, I'm going to give y'all some props. These boys here, they will give y'all the props. Jaden Daniels, I'm going to give you some props. BJ Ojolari, Hal Perkins Jr., Keishon Butte. I'm going to give y'all boys some props. Mason
a gift.
Mason Taylor, I'm gonna give y'all boys some props. See these boys don't they acting like
you talking about Mason Taylor. They had that block in the back on Jalen Mood on that touchdown run in overtime.
Here you go.
Hey man, let's move on to the game I was right about.